What is up, guys? Joe here, back with another video. Today is Tuesday, October 19, 2021, and Zillow is making headlines. The reason Zillow is making headlines is because they're down over 10% for the week on the news that they have paused their recent home buying program. As you know, Zillow functions as a public company, and being a public company, they're able to afford and buy up dozens of homes above the asking price. So with them putting this program to a pause, that has a lot of investors worried about the future of the company and their revenue outlook. The idea was they would renovate the homes and then flip them for a profit. So if you were a prospective home seller, you could actually use Zillow as your agent and bypass a traditional selling agent and let Zillow handle the selling process for you. And I know Zillow was advertising something like a 1 to 2% listing fee all in, which is way below the actual price of having a real agent helping you with the selling process. So I wanted to take a look at some headlines regarding this news. So if we jump over to Finviz, here's one headline: Zillow vision could take a step back as company pauses iBuying. Analyst cautions why Zillow had to stop buying new homes. As Bloomberg first reported, Zillow says it has developed a backlog of properties that it owns and needs to repair, inspect, and get back on the market. The employees who work in these roles are contractors, inspectors, and agents are stretched too thin. So Zillow had to stop buying additional homes until it could deal with the ones it already owned. A day after the story broke, Zillow shares closed down 9%. So if we jump over to Finviz, you can see that Zillow has been in this overall downtrend beginning from its peak back in mid-February and slowly trending downward every time. So if you look at this blue line here, the blue line here would act as support, and each time it's been bouncing off this trend line support. And we can also draw an imaginary line above that stretching across from the peak to its current price, and that up there would act as resistance. If we jump over to TradingView, we can look at it the same way. Here's your daily chart. Grab your trend line tool, and down here this bar would act as support, and above this peak to its current price would act as resistance. So as you can see, we do see a bit of a descending wedge pattern forming. So what that means is there may be more pain ahead for Zillow, but typically at the end of this formation you will either resolve to the upside or resolve to the downside. So in order to get a more macro view of where the stock could be headed next, we can draw some Fibonacci extension zones to get a better idea of where the price action could be headed next. So you want to zoom out here on your daily chart. You want to grab your Fib retracement tool and drop your first anchor at the lowest point of the stock. Bring this higher and drop the second anchor at the second highest point of the stock that was made previously. So as you can see, Zillow was trading within this zone. That is between the 38% retracement zone to the 50% retracement zone, and it actually broke through that, which is your green line here, and now it's actually trading in the next zone here, which is between the 23% retracement zone and the 38% retracement zone. So what you want to see happen is it break through this resistance level, this 38% zone, and actually push higher back into its pre-existing zone. So once it's able to clear that, that is what is known as confirmation after a sell-off, and that's a time where you want to go long on the stock and be bullish. So until we can clear that resistance level of 91.68, I would say wait on the sidelines and have some dry powder ready, have some cash ready until it clears that resistance level. We can zoom in here and take a closer look, and again, this is a zone you want to focus on. Once we're able to clear that, we can push higher and potentially retest the next level of resistance here, and that is $114.03 price target. And beyond that, our next level of resistance would be the $136.38 price target. So now looking at the RSI, we are at roughly the 40-point mark, which is typically an oversold level. That means there's been a giant sell-off. And this is usually a good indication for you to wait for confirmation until we can clear the 50-point mark and push higher to gain momentum and hopefully start approaching pushing some of the more overbought conditions. What you want to see is the RSI here start trending higher and start pushing higher. That way the price action follows along, and that'll be a call for you to go long on the stock. So I am bullish on the Zillow name. I do think it's a good company with solid fundamentals. It is a bit of a tech play and a real estate play, and if you look at its previous all-time highs of $208, there is a lot of runway here for it to continue pushing higher. From its current price point to its previous all-time high, we're talking over a 100% potential gain. So definitely keep this on your watch list. Wait a couple of more days for confirmation for the stock to continue pushing higher, and that's a sign for you to go in on the stock and remain bullish. So I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a question in the comment section. I'll be happy to respond. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.